And welcome back to the Cooper Villa channel. I'm Scott Cooper, and I'm here with Tommy Lazarides and Noah Fisher, and we are all here to discuss all the transfer news and the general news about Aston Villa on the off season. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, and we've got a lot to talk about. There's been a lots of incomings and outgoings, and we will be covering all of that and much more after this. And boom, we are live. We are back. Coop de Villa in the house. So good to see you guys. So good to see all of our fans are in there. We got Mohammed Adam. We got Coxie. We got Michael Huddins. We got Bonnie Cooper. They're all in there.
We got here. Jeff Cooper. We got the whole fam.
The whole family's here. It's like Cooper's coming out of all areas, right? Yeah. Well, that too. And look, we got a lot to talk about, guys. It's so good to see you two. I haven't seen you guys for weeks, and I've been really excited to do this because, boy, have we been doing some business. Villa are doing some creative accounting. Noah, I would say, is a good way to describe it. The fans of other teams are getting angry. They would probably say we're doing a bit of a dodgy job here and trying to swindle FFP and PSR. But they can go.
Red shirt, will they wear a red shirt by any chance?
I think there's a few red-shirted fans out there. Yeah, so a lot of Arsenal fans, a lot of Man United fans that are getting the hump over how we are dealing with our FFP and PSR issues, but it seems to be all sorted out now, and we've had to do a bit of toing and froing. But let's talk about the big one, because I guess the big name, Tommy,
Amari Kellyman.
No, that's not the big name. I'll say Ian Maatsen.
I think they're Dougie Luiz. Okay.
Okay. Well, Scott, we talked about Dougie Luiz a lot last time, and that's been on the cards for a while. But Ian Maatsen has joined for £35 million, I think it is. Yes, that's right. And look, he's a great player. He had a great season with Dortmund last year, and he's going to be a great addition to the squad. But, we've got 3 left backs now. So how's that all going to work out, do you think?
I think, to be honest, Moreno would be on the way out. I think Digne, yes, he's a high earner. I mean, I don't see why both couldn't be on the way out. But I think Moreno was also homesick, if I'm correct.
Yeah, he just got married over the summer. I know that. Yeah. So that might be an issue too. But he does seem like the one.
One's going to be on the way out. I wouldn't mind maybe both being on the way out. We're bringing another one under Maatsen, to be honest. And I mean, look, I don't want to focus on negative, but what a signing. I think I shared it in the group, Scott, right? So he made the Champions League team of the season at left back. And it's nice to see, players coming in already getting recognised with great accolades. And, Champions League is the best of the best. So I like to think that we have one of the best left backs in the world. To be honest, I hadn't heard of him prior to us signing him. I didn't know that he was on loan to Dortmund. I thought he was actually just sitting on the Chelsea bench. I thought it was quite a lot to pay for him. But yeah, what a signing. I think we've been doing some brilliant business at the moment. I won't jump too far ahead, but crazy transfer period. I actually think there's so much more to come, to be honest.
Yes, I agree with you. I think we are just getting started. But Noah, Ian Maatsen, he got in the championship team of the season the year before at Burnley, helped them get promoted to the Premier League, and apparently he was a big loss in the dressing room and maybe one of the reasons they got relegated last season. But, went to Dortmund and absolutely carved it up. Dutch international. What more can you say?
Yeah, not much, to be honest. But unlike Tommy, I've heard about him for a while. I've been following him because you see these guys on the rise. Chelsea always have 15 million players out on loan, etc. And he's always one that seemed to be coming back and playing a few games and going out on loan again. And his spell at Burnley last year was one I followed massively because he was at Coventry before that as well. I believe
Coventry for a while.
He's been going around. So you see his name going around the Championship, and he just tore it up. And then he goes to Dortmund. You go, well, how will he go? And big step up that, and he just kept going and going and going. And he's on the up, and it's just a massive signing. And as Tommy said, it's now the pulling power. He wanted Champions League football. Yep. His parent club, Chelsea, couldn't offer him Champions League football. So he comes to a bigger club that can offer him that.
That's it. And I think he probably got a nice wage packet as well that maybe Dortmund weren't willing to sign off on.
Correct.
But, I'm like you, Tommy. I haven't seen a great deal of him. I saw some of his games in the Champions League at the end of last season. And
he looks good.
Yeah, he does look good, and he's got a lot of pace. And I think that is the one thing we're going to notice with him. He's young. He's got a bit of something about him. He likes to get forward. He's an attacking left back. So maybe he could be like a younger version of a Moreno in terms of getting forward, getting past his man, and getting balls into the box and creating.
As Luca Wooding, and I don't know if we've met Luca. Is this a first time tuner by the sounds of it?
Luca, name doesn't ring a bell.
Well, that badge in the background is all we need. So Luca, yes, lovely to have you join. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. But yeah, 22. I forget that as well. One thing I did see, I saw positive and negative traits about him. I think aerial duels was his weakest trait. But again, I like to think with well, then I worry because also Torres is not the best of headers. So I don't want to say that we could get exploited down our left side. But, again, I think he's great defensively from what I hear. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of a Marvi. He's not a big presence, but likes to bomb forward. He can defend quite well. Marvi wasn't actually winning a lot of headers, but he tore up the Prem when he started at left back and Championship.
Well, let's hope we have a better season than when Marvi was there.
Yeah, I agree. Well, but, I think they were just part of an unfortunate bunch, right? You look at Veritu's tearing up City A now. Veritu's doing well in Ligue 1.
Yeah, there's a few of those guys that sort of went on and had better careers elsewhere, but
we find the best.
But look, I think he's going to be good. I think having a pacey fullback's always good for your centre backs, especially someone like Pau Torres, who doesn't have a great deal of pace. He can be on the cover. He can give him the license to step out a bit more and know that he's got that security blanket behind him, sort of like Kyle Walker does for City. He's got that pace, and he allows the likes of John Stones and Ruben Dias and these guys to do what they need to do because they know they've got someone behind who can mop up. And I'm really excited to see how he goes. The other stories, the other ins that we have is Lewis Dobbin, Noah from
who?
From Everton. I think this was one of those ones where he's
a young talent.
We'll give you Timmy. We'll get Lewis Dobbin, and we'll
because Timmy's a homegrown player sale, so it counts, right?
Exactly, they both are, right?
Right.
So I think it was a bit of we'll scratch your back, you scratch our back.
Well,
there's a lot of that
going around. They were looking into it, and even Chelsea. I give Chelsea shit, but you know what? They came up when we needed them. Like I actually thought they paid overs for Callum, and yes, he's promising, but he's played a collective 50 minutes of Premiership football. And I didn't see him starting. Yeah, he might get some cameos and whatnot, but I don't want to say his name, but unless you're like a Bellingham, you're just a generational talent, then I didn't see Timmy really breaking in. I thought they were good. I would have liked to see them start, but is Timmy going to start over Kamara? Is Callum going to start over anyone else? Like I still wouldn't be surprised if we sign a big name Cam player. I know Wendy is coming back, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we signed someone big. And I was reading the Dagi to Juve transfer, and a lot of the Juventus fans are actually very pissed off that they gave away Illing Jr. They think he's a star.
Yes, Illing Jr. and
Berenachea, whatever his name is.
Berenachea, that's it. Well, thanks for that. But he's a defensive mid, and he's he was on loan at Frosinone last year, and played quite well for them. And they
got
were
their player of the season, I think.
Yes, he did, and they struggled. I think they went down, but he's a young player, got a lot of talent, a lot of potential, and it'd be interesting to see how he goes. And he's someone that
have you seen his highlights, Scott?
Yeah, I did watch some, and
he's long balls, both feet, like and that's even Barkley's doing that now. So I think we're going to start playing a lot more diagonal balls from the back.
And once Kamara does come back, all of a sudden we've got quite a few options in there, and I agree with you. I think there could be more added. I mean, I looked at England-Slovakia last night, and Lobotka for Slovakia. I'm like, I wouldn't mind picking up that guy from Napoli if he's starting to think I wouldn't mind Champions League football next year and maybe a move, because he is a tidy player. But there's plenty. Let us know in the comments.
Scott? What position?
He's like a defensive mid, kind of like a, like a Declan Rice sort of player, maybe a bit more of a passer than a runner. But he had a great game last night, and he's had a great Euros for Slovakia. If there's anyone else in the Euros that you guys want Villa to have a sneaky bid for, please let us know, because there's been quite a few sort of breakout stars. It's been a good Euros. Look, who else have we brought in, Noah? There's Illing Jr. Let's talk about him.
I can't say I know a lot about him, but very young English talent. Highlights always look good on YouTube, but he looks unbelievable, and people saying good things about him. And one thing when you do it kind of a swap deal like this is you look at how the other fans react. And as Tommy said, the Juve fans unhappy with the players they're getting rid of, and obviously Villa are unhappy with who they're getting rid of. That can be a good thing. Well, two clubs aren't happy, but it's kind of worked out for both teams.
I agree. Well, we lost someone. We lost a cornerstone player, and I think they lost two rising talents that they actually wanted. They thought Barrenechea would actually be starting next season. So that's a testament to his skills.
Thank you to Weston McKennie for not.
Yeah, I know, right? And I think he's going to Spurs even better.
I think we dodged a bullet with the Weston McKennie thing, because I watched one of the Copa America games, USA. Panama.
He's so slow. He's slow. He's heavy.
It was awful. Yeah, he looks like he's carrying a few kegs,
a few tacos.
Yeah, and like he doesn't look like half the player he did maybe like a year ago or 18 months ago. I know he had that terrible spell at Leeds, but I was never convinced. Same with Conor Gallagher. I'm just like I'd probably prefer someone else, to be honest. I think we can do better. That seems to go quiet. The Conor Gallagher rumors have gone quiet.
When was our last pod? It's been about a month, right?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. So
3 weeks ago.
I said, so in terms of players I like, I still stand by my two players. One is 31, but I would love to get the Romanian captain, Stanchu. I think he's just he's a dynamo, and he's a set piece specialist. And I want their right back, Andrea Ratiu, 26, plays for Rayo Vallecano, like Kyle Walker. There was actually, I think it was when, who was he playing for last season? Someone, I think Villarreal, and they were versing PSG, and he actually did a pretty good job on Mbappe. Okay. And so anyway, I forgot to mention
Coxie, that. Coxie has said in the comments here, we need a right back.
There you go.
I think we all forget that we're getting that Nedeljkovic. He
looks good in all those clips.
Yeah, he's arrived and done his medical and all that.
We get rid of Cash.
A post where he was in the gym at Villa Park, so he's I think he's ready to go. He could start. I mean, I don't know. Matty Cash has been
he's linked with Milan, isn't he? I heard he's been linked with Milan for 30 million, and they reckon. Million. You know who I want, and he's on loan at Bologna from Milan. I would love to do a swap for Cash for that Salamakers. Get a Gagne with Bologna. Great, and he would feel. I reckon he'd feel in great for Dougie. Anyway.
Yeah, there's quite a few options in Serie A and leagues like that where you can pick up. You can pick up. I think Giroud's going to MLS,
and obviously people forget we're also going to sell Archer again as well. So we're going to get more money.
And we made 4 million off buying him back. Actually, I didn't know that, Noah. We sold him for 22 or whatever. Bought him back for 18.
18, yeah.
Nice.
So if we get, and I'm hearing Bournemouth are actually looking at him. I think they're preparing for Solanke's departure. Wouldn't mind Solanke, to be honest.
Yeah, I would definitely take
Solanke or Watkins. So you start both up front, right? Like
that'd be dirty.
It would be dirty, but we probably need someone. He probably doesn't fit into the Unai system. Unai likes his flying wingers, you know.
He does.
I mean, you could push Watkins maybe out to the left a bit, but I'm not sure.
That's doing Ollie dirty. I mean, I bought 3 shirts, God. I've got to back him in now.
I was wearing it. I was wearing it yesterday.
Are you going to come pick yours up, Tommy, or what's the go here?
We are overdue for a steak. One, because I love you. I want my top, mate.
You've been saying that for 6 months.
I've been loving my shirt. I wore it out to the pub last night, and
I love mine
I got a few comments. So yeah,
it's comfortably sitting in my bedroom.
How's yours fit, by the way? Good.
Very good, very good. I can go to a fashion show, but I don't really want to go upstairs and get it. To be honest with you,
wear some pants, mate.
I got pants on. Anyway.
So what else did we see? We saw some little sort of sneak peeks about the Adidas.
The green kit, yeah.
We saw the
quarter. Shut up and take my money. Give it to me.
Yes, the green training jacket. Who was wearing that? Was
Berenachaya and the new signings are wearing it.
Yes,
the zip up.
Right,
that's right.
Come on.
You know, that color's meant to symbolize Wes Edens and Nassif Sawiris' pockets, brother.
That's all the money.
Also, Sawiris, he actually wanted to take the Prem to court, and I actually would have backed him in, to be honest.
This guy looks like look at him.
We don't. Yeah, this he's a little model, man. He's Argentinian. He's got fake teeth, the box cut.
I know. I thought that was a signing for the women's team when I first saw it. I was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "No, that's it. That's Enzo." Okay.
It is Enzo.
Yeah, he seems like he's been straight off the catwalk in Milan or something.
Yeah.
But
straight off Geordie Shore or something. X on the beach.
Yeah. But if he can play football, I don't care.
I've seen his long balls, man. He can ping a ball. That's impressive. So, and again, it kind of reminds me of like again, I know they got relegated, but it reminds me of like the Scott Parker days when Fulham went down, but he was just the standout player all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been quite a few of that. And thanks to everyone on Twitter that's watching. We've got like a nice number of you out there. So make sure leave a comment and check us out on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Let's go.
Yeah, retweet that pod. Go for it. And we saw the top section of the North Stand, I think it was, getting the Adidas sign.
Looks good. It's pretty much finished now, I believe.
Yeah, it looks pretty classy, pretty cool.
What an exciting time!
I wonder when the new kit will be announced, because
people are saying after the Euros. I think Chris said after the Euros. I think because I think a lot of Adidas clubs are doing it now. Newcastle got theirs about a week ago. I think United got theirs today. I think they kind of release them every week. So
I don't know if you saw Real Madrid's third kit that was announced.
Real Madrid,
oh my God. If you pull that one up and show the people, because if we got a third kit like that, I would be.
Are they with Adidas as well, yeah?
They're with Adidas as well. And they've got the old school Adidas.
Scott, the last time you asked us to bring up the Columbia jersey, it took about 20 minutes to find one.
How long ago did they announce it?
I saw it like a couple of days ago.
Yeah. What colour, Scott?
This 6 months.
It's grey. It's lovely. But anyway, you can go and search for that. But it looks like a real old school sort of Adidas.
I am
and
for it.
It looks like a thing of beauty. And look, this is going to be much better than the Castori kits that everyone complained about. They were sweaty. The sizes were all garbage, and it just takes us.
It was honestly like a fucking baby wipe. Those last ones, Castori, so bad.
That's it. And we're a Champions League club now, and we need a Champions League sponsor, and we got one.
Mate, we got one. I know. I feel like there's just a buzz all around. Like I feel like there's actually a big name or two coming in. I still reckon we still got a bit to clear out. I do think Carlos will go. One of the left backs, potentially both. Scott.
Yeah, Mohamed Adam says here that Hermoso deal is dead. We haven't heard anything for a while on that one.
Heard nothing on that.
Yeah, that's.
I think he's going to want to go. No, I think he'll go to Europe, somewhere else in Europe, Scott.
But I thought he was a shoe-in. Like, it just sounded like
would have been a great signing.
He was going to follow Unai. He was going to, his contract had run out. It just seemed like one of those ones like Pau Torres that was just going to happen. But maybe there's still time. Maybe it's just It just seems like this part of the year in late June, there isn't many deals. It's once you get into July,
kicking off soon. Yeah, like now it's you think like
I reckon we're going to start making moves. No, don't forget we went pretty hard, very quick, right? We had to do a clean out and then signed a couple. I think it's going to be patchy. Yeah, I don't think it'll just be one player ad hoc. No. I think we'll just do a big barrage, and I love when we just get all the business done out of the way. That's like, let's just. Anything else is a bonus. I think
especially Emery likes to get his business on early, so like we won't sign anyone during the start of the season. We'll probably have everything done before the season starts.
Correct. I think right back is key for us, though. To be honest, Nedeljkovic is good, but I mean like a Frimpong. I think that's the one. There you go. Now confirmed. Yep, that's right, Martin. They are confirmed and signed. Looking great in their green kits.
A Frimpong would be like pretty amazing because
that is the
one area that we really need a player. And I mean, I don't see it because Leverkusen are, riding a wave at the moment. He probably wants to stay. Yeah, he probably thinks he can win another Bundesliga.
Probably can.
Probably can. And while Xabi Alonso is staying, he probably wants to stay as well. But look, there's plenty of good right-sided defenders out there. I've seen quite a few in this Euros that are looking like they could be good signings. But I'm always a little bit kind of wary of signing a player just on a good Euros or a good World Cup. I mean, look at what's his name, bloody
Coyote
at Man United, the Moroccan guy,
Amrabat.
Yeah.
Like he had a great World Cup and then he's stinking the place up a bit.
Scott, I think anyone that goes to that club turns shit all around, so they're probably an exception.
It's true.
Yes, Coyote. Is he the Fiorentina right back, I think?
I think so, yeah.
Correct. And he's 20. He's good, but I think just Frimpong's a different gravy, especially with
if we get Frimpong, that's just...
His release cost is only another 5 to 10 million. It's just completely, I don't know, just different kettle of fish.
What about Nico Williams? His release
he's dominating.
50 mil. 50 mil.
Okay, he's not one I think we'll get. I just don't think.
It looks like he's going to Barcelona, unfortunately. But
so annoying. I don't think he wanted to come to Villa, Scott, to be honest, because I know we had a few cracks at him by the sounds of it.
Yeah, but
who does that free up at Barca? Who does that free up at Barca? Is it a Rafinha?
Well, they had they released a few. João Felix, I think, is left.
Do we have a crack at him again? But he's going to want crazy, exorbitant wages.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want João Felix. He's pretty.
I'd love Rafinha. I'd take him any day of the week. Dangerous.
Yeah, we need someone on that other side though. We've got Diaby and Bailey on the right hand side. We need someone on the left.
Jacob
Rand. Is Jack Grealish still on?
I don't know. He's in he's with John McGinn, isn't he? Drinking.
You know who I want to go?
Did I see some photos?
I want to get that El Khattabi, the Olympiacos striker. He's a gun, the little left footer that killed us.
He did kill us. He definitely.
And he's a great player. I think he got like 20-something goals for the season.
Definitely killed us.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good players around Europe that you can pick up fairly cheap. I mean, someone like Conor Gallagher, right? You pay you pay the English tax, you pay the top 6 tax, and a guy who's probably like 40, maybe 35, you got to pay that extra to get him.
Mil. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he's looked kind of average when he's come on
the whole
in the Euros.
The only game he didn't look average was against us.
Of course.
And that game at Villa Park
when he killed that one into the top corner, yeah.
Dominated.
And I mean, he's not a bad player. I'm sure he would help the squad depth, and he would be a reasonable signing. But
for sure,
I just think we could do better. Like if we're a bit more creative, and Monchi gets his minions out there and starts scouring the earth, like we can find someone with a bit more value and a bit more upside.
This is a good kind of segue. I think the players are back in 2 weeks. I know championship clubs are back now. I think we're back in 2 weeks, if I'm correct.
And then guys that were at the Euros will probably come
back a little bit later.
Or two later. Yeah.
Pretty
we don't really have that many that are away.
I mean, Tielemans, Watkins, Konsa, Martinez.
McGinn's already gone home,
McGinn's
so he's
back,
on his
so he's
holiday.
back. He might get an extra week. He might.
And that's it, I think.
I can't think of anyone else.
We got Martinez.
We had Dougie, but no more.
Martinez at the Copa, who's just getting clean sheets for fun. Do you have his clean sheet record, Noah, for Argentina? Because it is absolutely stupid. It's
24 or something.
It's something like 3/4 of the matches he's played. They've been clean sheets.
It's ridiculous.
And also, he came up with some big saves in, I think it was 2 games ago.
That was Canada.
Yes, big game play, and they kept a clean sheet in the end. Oh no, I think Jonathan David scored past him.
Yeah, well, he's got 3 clean sheets in the group games, and he's. So
is CONMEBOL Copa America? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's CONMEBOL, but this year they've invited the North American teams in as well.
So that's Copa America now with North American teams. So they've changed the name.
Yeah, well, I think this is just for this year.
They invited Australia once, didn't they?
Those American commentators. Those American commentators, they're putrid, man. There was one that was just so blunt when I think Argentina scored.
Did you hear the American commentator that compared Christian Pulisic and Messi? Just say we've got Messi the GOAT, and then you've got guys like Jude Bellingham coming up and Pulisic.
Yes.
And I'm just like, oh my God, you just put Pulisic in the same bracket as Messi.
LeBron James
and even Bellingham, I'm like, Bellingham's actually a good player, even if it's a one-season. Pulisic done nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Bellingham in the same. I think that's disrespectful. But Pulisic, come on, man.
I feel like Ronaldo. I don't want to talk too much about Euros, but I love Ronaldo. He's just to see him still competing at the elite levels at his age.
He wasn't very happy after that Georgia match. Did you see that? He had a bit of a strop, but
he did. But then Varatelia ran straight to him, and he was very humble and whatnot. It was a beautiful little moment between them.
When I see Kvaratskhelia play,
Varatelia,
I just say. That's
who we need.
That was Aston Villa Grealish. That he's the closest thing to Villa Grealish.
I wouldn't compare Grealish to Varatelia. I think they've done a lot more, and Varatellia's starting and a lot more consistent.
I don't know. Back then, I think they were
tearing up the Prem and tearing up the Champions League and winning the Serie A with Napoli are 2 different things. I don't know. Anyway, just biased. Also helps when you got Victor Osimhen, in front of you that you can just ping any ball to and he'll finish.
He's a gun. He's a gun.
Yeah,
absolute gun.
Emi was winding up the opposition supporters again.
Against Chile.
Man.
Yeah.
Against Chile. It was so funny. It was hilarious.
He did a little dance when they scored in the last minute, and
and
he had the fans right behind him. I'm sure he was copping it.
Oh well, of course.
The cop that America.
Jesus.
But what other rumors are going around? What other rumors?
I haven't seen anything else, to be honest with you.
Well, I saw Andy Gray from Leeds as a rumor.
Yes. Somerville.
The former Aston Villa striker Andy Gray, the one that's a commentator.
Yeah, that's the one.
Not Archie Gray, would it be?
Oh, Archie Gray. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Andy Gray's his dad, right? Because there is another Andy Gray.
Andy Gray's a Villa legend, wasn't he?
Andy Gray's a Villa legend, but I think there was another Gray that played for. Well, there was that played for Leeds. Yeah. Eddie Gray. Yeah. Eddie Gray, I think his name is. Yeah, he was a legend.
Andy Gray's got nothing to do with this.
There you go.
Yeah. He's going to Spurs. All right.
He's going to Spurs.
Luca's the new Duncan. He's the plug. Knows everything.
I love it.
Mm.
Luca Wooding.
Was the fixture released when we last spoke on the pod? Have the fixture come out or not?
Possibly not. We can talk about it. I mean, we've got West Ham away, first game of the season. We're away again, so that can, that's just like death, taxes, and Villa being away first game of the season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we requested it. I'm pretty sure we requested away now.
Okay.
The last time we had a home game was in the Championship to start the season against Hull, which would have been the season we signed John Terry.
Right.
We were at home. But I think since then, we like to ask for it away so we have more time to get the ground prepared. Like, for example, we've got the Food Fighters at Villa Park at the moment.
We did.
It takes a while for the grass to recover and stuff.
It was apparently a good show.
I heard. They're at the North Stand. They did their thing at the North Stand. So, yeah.
Did any of you go to the Foo Fighters at Villa Park? Let us know if you did. and how you enjoyed it, or because of course we're in summer in England, and all the festivals are on. Glastonbury was on over the weekend, and so I hope you guys are having a good time celebrating. And
over here in Melbourne, it is freezing cold.
Like, it's pretty
cold.
It's cold.
It's pretty cold here in Perth too. But
yeah, how cold is it? How cold is it, Scott?
Not as cold as Melbourne. Nowhere near.
Just tell me how cold. It was 2 degrees this morning, and it was absolutely freezing.
It probably gets down to about like 4 degrees, 5 degrees. But yeah,
that's hot.
I got a ton of Jarrah, so I got my wood fire going. It's lovely.
So
our first home games against Arsenal on the second.
Yes, difficult.
So, yeah.
And a bit of a grudge match now, you know.
I don't know. I'm backing us in next year, Scott. I'm ready to put some money down.
Okay, well, come on, you got to expand on that. Backing what in? You know, what are you
going the whole? I think we're going
the whole way.
I think it's just I don't know. I think we turn the corner, mate.
It's coming home.
We need one big name though. We get one big name in the front third, we're good, and a new right back. I think we're set.
What about
I think our player of the year will be Pau Torres. I think he's now settled and he'll be a beast.
You were just saying that he's suspect at the back and he can't head the ball.
He can't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He can't. It doesn't need to worry about heading the ball if they don't get past Kamara, Scott. So it's fine. Full faith.
What about his header against Spurs last year? Was a good header.
Yes, that was a good one. That was a good one.
It's a very good header.
But also don't forget the shit defending between him and Carlos at against Brentford.
Yeah, we had a few dicey moments, but I think he grew as the season went on. But
I think so. Him and Konsa are the main pair.
I'm kind of glad he didn't go to the Euros with Spain. I mean, I know that sounds a bit sort of selfish, and I'm sure he wished he was at the Euros because Spain have a great chance of actually winning the Euros. They're playing some great stuff right now, and but he towards the end of last season he was in 1 week, then out for a week, and then back for a couple of weeks, and then out for a couple of weeks, and
chop and change.
Like there seemed to be some sort of like lingering injury there that was a bit of a concern, and we need a fit, firing team. We can't have 3 ACLs next year like we did the year before. Yeah. I mean, Buendia, Mings, and Kamara. Kamara still won't be back till September, so we don't know how Emi, Buendia, and Tyrone Mings will come back. Will they be the same player? Will it take them time? I mean, I think this tour of America in the preseason is going to be
pretty keen for it. Should be good fun just to see how we go. And then I think we play Dortmund, obviously away as well. So we got a good preseason.
That'll be a good away. That'll be a good away trip for Max and Simon and the boys.
I know Max is going. He's looking forward to it. So.
I'd love to go. Awesome. I'd love to go to the Yellow Wall. That's like,
oh man, that pirate thing they do.
Yeah.
If I could go to one ground that's not Villa Park in Europe, I would go to a Dortmund like Champions League match on the Yellow Wall. That would be
big time,
insane.
But Joe, who is going to Villa Park, Scott?
Noah.
That's a great segue. Who is Noah?
I'm going to Villa Park.
Wow.
Hopefully, no tickets yet because I haven't come on sale yet, but. Talking to Melbourne Lions, Andrew Cozzo, legend that runs that, is going to hopefully sort out some tickets for me. So I'm going to be going to 3 games at Villa Park, hopefully 3.
Okay.
Games.
Which matches?
You got to give. Make sure you give Lord Cozzo a shout, the supreme ruler.
Gotta love. I love the
Cozzo.
We love Coz.
We do love Coz. He's actually going through a bit of situation at the moment, so hopefully he's doing okay.
He's a unit, mate.
The Coz man.
Okay.
Well, Everton at home on the 15th or 14th of September. Should be a good game. So we always seem to like to beat.
Hey, Big Timmy.
Big Timmy, Ashley Young. Should be good fun. So I'm seeing the reverse fixture that this man here, Mohamed Adam, saw. He went to Everton versus Aston Villa. I'm going to Aston Villa versus Everton. And then I'm seeing a local derby, Aston Villa versus Wolves.
Nice.
Aston Villa versus United.
Well, hopefully
at Villa Park. So that will be good. So early in the season.
Wow.
So yeah, should be awesome. I don't quite get to see the game against Leicester. I arrive a little bit late for that. That's away anyway. But
what are we paying to win the Premier League?
Should be good. Should be good fun.
Well, we might get some. We might get some. What are we playing to win the Prem? I don't know, but
I haven't looked.
But that'll be great. You can, maybe give us some footage from over at the game, and and if any of you guys are at Villa Park and you want to bump into Noah, I'm sure
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah.
So I just want to speak about what Michael Huggins is saying. So obviously it's Villa's 150th year.
Yes.
We're still trying to figure out what charity, because obviously we've got to try to figure out a charity of choice. In Australia, we're still trying to figure out what charity we would choose. It's obviously a few good ones going around because it's tough for us to sort out ones for in England and stuff like that.
Yes.
But we're figuring one out, Michael. We're talking about it a fair bit, but we'll have one sorted before the season started. But definitely something we'll be joining in on for sure, because it's an unbelievable thing that everyone's doing, and I guess if you can get involved, definitely do it, because it's a special year for the club, and everything helps out, doesn't it?
Yeah, make sure you get onto that one, and we will be promoting that throughout the rest of the off season and as the season begins. So get onto that one if you haven't already. And we finished the game off with United as well. It could be like a top 4 decider game.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
they'll be top 8 if that next year.
You don't think they'll be better? They kept Ten Hag.
Yeah, I was going to say, which is a good thing. So top 8's looking good.
I do feel for the Villa fans on Boxing Day having to go all the way to Newcastle. That will be.
Can we make a prediction already? Can I make one of my Messiah-esque predictions?
Go for it.
Crystal Palace top 7 next year. You heard it here first. They're playing phenomenal football.
They are.
They just did sell Elise, but they've got a lot of money they'll spend. And I trust their coach. Well,
yeah, he's a good coach.
As Emery. He's a great coach. He was the on-track Frankfurt coach.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's a good coach.
They're playing good football, and then a couple bad months, and they got rid of him.
I didn't even mention this, but going on Luca's comment, I could be over there when the first Champions League game is on, but I don't think there's any way in hell I'm getting a ticket. There's a draw hasn't happened yet, Tommy.
Well, I don't know.
Right.
But are we in a pool with certain teams? Like we've got a certain percentage of draw.
There's no draw anymore, is there? Oh, there is. There's a draw here we're playing.
Mate, you got to get there's always the weighted balls that Petr Cech's drawing from. Noah, don't worry.
We're in a pot. We're in a pot.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Our balls are just a bit heavier than the rest.
Definitely.
We play 2 teams from every pot.
I hope we get an easy run.
There's no such thing in the Champions League, mate.
No,
how dare you? How dare you?
But I think we can qualify for the last 16.
I'd love to.
If we did that, I think that would be a good season in the Champions League. If we got out of
I think getting out of the group would be impressive. Yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
But we need a semi-reasonable. We need a semi-reasonable, fixture.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to play, the Real Madrids and that for the atmosphere and for the kind of history of it, but you don't want to get spanked either. So maybe like a mixture of like a couple of big teams and then 3 or 4 teams that we can.
I wouldn't mind drawing someone like an Arsenal in the group stages. That'd be great. Like I back us in against them. Those shit cunts.
I think they rigged the draw so you can't have.
I don't think.
Against games against other English.
Give
teams.
us like a Sharif Terrasport or someone.
Why not?
Why not? Why not?
What about like Shakhtar? Would be too good.
A Celtic would be.
Maybe a Rangers. Like I think a Rangers would be a bit more reasonable. It's just
so exciting to be talking about this. And I'm pretty keen to get over there. I guess be the Coop de Villa correspondent on ground. That's not Owen.
Mate, we're going to strap a GoPro to your head, mate. You're walking around live, Noah. Shower everything. We're catching it all.
I'll do like I show speed.
You're having a poo. We want to see it. We want it all, Noah.
Done. But I'm pretty keen. Hopefully I get to meet some guys over there. It'd be pretty.
I want footage of you hammered. Like I want to see hammered.
Doesn't happen very often. There's footage of me. Owen's seen it. Owen's seen it when I was over there last time.
Yeah.
So. Owen, get him sloshed.
After
20 beers and half a gram of cocaine, just like
never that.
Half a gram. No one's going through half a brick.
I remember that's a real issue in the Euros. Like a lot of the England fans are just coked up to the gills. It's very. I've seen some footage. I've seen some footage of guys after the Bellingham goal.
Mate, I know that Owen was out with a couple of mates at the pub, and a few glasses were thrown and broken after that goal.
Wow.
But Scott, I'm not sure you remember last time I was in England.
Charles Dickens, some Villa fan punched a fucking hole in the wall. I still remember it.
Yeah, that's
good times, mate. Good times. You can repair the plaster, but you can't repair the memories. Remember that.
That's true. That's true. But Scott, do you remember when I was last over in England? We did pre-season talk around this time last year, and I went out with Owen the day before, and I was extremely hungover doing a podcast with you at God knows what time in England.
Yeah.
To go back, it'll be our pre-season one, and I'm very hungover, and internet wasn't so good because I was doing it from a hotel. But
it's not often. You're a good boy, Noah. You
know, a holy Christian,
very good boy.
Yeah. You look after yourself. You make sure that you don't stay out.
Make sure I get my 8 hours sleep. Make sure I get my
reliable. You're like you're the sort of guy that you'd want your daughter to bring home. You're a respectable individual. Unlike Tommy, right?
Or their son can't discriminate. Scott, come on.
That's true. Look, each to their own.
Mate, they're going to keep me away from the wife, not the daughter. Scott, I'm in trouble lately.
Now, Tommy, one of my mates, Big JT, it's in the comments a lot. He wants to know if he's able to get his signed Tommy Lazarides fedora. Is there one available?
Mate, this actually, I have a spare one from Bali I can sign for him. Actually, can you see? Where's the wall? See this little photo here?
I see it.
Yeah, I see it.
There, right?
Yeah, we see it. Yeah.
That's from me when I was 13 with Mark Schwarzer. Funny enough, it's just a
go get it. Go get the photo.
It's on blue tack. It's on the blue tack, mate.
You got it. Yeah.
Look, I had a mustache. I thought I was sexy. I hadn't hit puberty. Mate, look at that back in the day.
Oh my goodness, mate! Look at you. That's when you were going to be the next Socceroo star, right?
Mate, I was a weapon of a
defensive
mid.
I'll see if I can find a photo of me in a Villa kit when I was younger as well.
I was a very good defensive mid. What could have been?
I know. I remember that. I remember the newspaper clipping saying that you were going to play for Australia.
Hey, you remember that? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was. Yes, this was true. This was true. I was in the papers and all that.
You're a big deal, mate.
I'll tell you one thing. No, I'll tell you one thing though. It's so hard over there in terms of conditions. It's ridiculous. Like it's not sustainable.
Yeah. Well, I've heard plenty of stories of guys that have gone over to England and failed.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, you show girls that. You can see the after, baby.
It's like, my god, look at your face. It's like a baby. You are a baby. Oh. That's
so you haven't changed. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I'll have to find some kid photos of me.
I've seen there's the one of you, Scott, in the blazer that I think someone's uploaded. You were a spunky little kid.
Look, I was.
Have you not seen it?
I don't know how spunky I was, but
I'm doing stalking. I'm going for a stalker.
It's on Facebook. He was a little charmer.
Oh god.
Wait,
I think my brother put that one up. But look.
I will find it.
What else can we talk about? Is there anything like
I saw a comment.
Guys want
I
us
saw
to
a
talk
comment
about?
before. I knew I was talking about we don't have someone on the left, but I think we really do. It's a guy named Morgan Rogers, and I'm so excited to see a full season of him and what he's capable of in a Villa shirt. So he's going to be my Smokey for player of the season.
Wow. Can you imagine him and Ramsey running at defenses if they both
it's
play
that exciting.
Together?
It's that exciting. So I'm pretty keen to see.
Where do you like Rogers though? Do you like him off the left, or do you like him as the left of a midfield three?
On the left, I think.
Okay, and then you play Ramsey a bit deeper.
Yeah, I probably would. Scott, I couldn't find a photo of you as a young guy, but there's one there for you.
Oh God, please put it away. Put it away.
Tommy didn't even see it.
I did. It was in the same Villa shirt as you, mate.
That's
where's the baby one?
That's my Paul
Now
McGrath
I'm stalking
shirt.
Scott. No, now I've seen this one now of him on the toilet. Scott, what the hell, mate?
That's it. That's a toilet I found on the side of the road.
Oh, your wedding photo, Scott. You handsome bugger.
Thank you.
I'm not going to grill you anymore. We love Scott.
Yeah, please don't do that. So
Mohamed
Adams, wants Rogers behind Ollie. Like that could work.
It's a great combo. I think Rod's going to be a weapon. It's not even price. Just like, you know what I mean. Just takes his chances. Really humble lad by the looks of it. Seeing his interviews. That's what we want.
Yeah, I could see him playing more in the midfield and then playing Jacob Ramsey off the left wing. That could work. But Paul Cox here, Coxie thinks that we might see a bit of 3 at the back this season.
I rate that as well.
That'd be interesting. I think Unai has played that once or twice before, but he seems to prefer the sort of 4-4-2 with the flexible turns into more of a 4-3-3 when we've got the ball. 4-4-2 without the ball. But yeah, it would be interesting to see. And I think he's definitely got that in his locker. He's got that Rolodex of positions and styles of play. And that's one of the best things about Unai Emery. You look at someone like Gareth Southgate for England. He's so rigid and so stuck in his ways and so kind of amateurish, really. He doesn't make changes. He doesn't really change for the opposition. He doesn't do that. And then you look at Unai Emery, and he's just constantly
mid-game. He's like, "Fuck it, let's go 3 at the back, second half."
Let's go 6 at the back. He's done that. Let's play counter-attack. Let's play possession. Let's play, a low block, a medium block, a full press. He can go through it all in one match, and in a run of matches. I
will say,
it's so great. No, it's just great to have an elite coach.
I was going to say a good coach is versatile, and with Emery, you feel like you never got him figured out. However, the one coach that did have him figured out was Fonseca. He cracked him like the Da Vinci Code.
And I will say that Fonseca was my first choice for Villa coach.
I'm not
when Steven Gerrard got sacked, but I am glad that it went to my second choice, Unai Emery. But I think Fonseca has gone to Milan now. So
he might have.
Intel
AC. Yeah.
Ooh, they're gonna be a powerhouse.
So yeah, we might face him again in the Champions League next season. Who knows?
I hope to see the rise of AC Milan. I genuinely feel like them more than Villa are just this sleeping giant in the Serie A and even in the Champions League. I think we forget how good they used to be.
Well, of course. I mean, when I started football, they were the best team in the world by far.
Maldini and
Van Basten and Hullet and Maldini, Baresi. That team
was it Nesta. He was a bit later.
I think Nesta was a bit later, but that team was arguably the best club team ever.
Dida, what a squad, man.
What are your thoughts on Ken's comment here? What are your thoughts on what Ken has to say?
Oh, you boys comment.
I don't think he's got anything about Villa players.
It always seems like, for example, when we had your favourite player of all time, Jack Grealish, Scott, in the Championship. I don't pick Championship players. He has to prove himself in the Premier League. Has to prove himself. Calvin Phillips gets picked when he's in the Championship.
No, I think he did have something against Jack at first, but then I mean, I don't know. I think he's just he's really loyal to those guys that play.
That's what I was going to say. I think he's very.
I think that's the problem. Fuck, I'm surprised his prick didn't pick Jordan Henderson.
Well, that's what everyone and Calvin Phillips. Apparently, that's what they're missing. They're missing
They're missing Maguire. Everyone gives him shit, but his kick comes tournament ready. That big bloody ox.
Although Gahey's played well, so
yeah, but even
the only one.
Palmer and Eze need to be starting, right? Ollie should have started the game before this one. It's ridiculous that he even went ahead with Kane.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie came on in the Denmark game, nearly scored.
People said he done well.
Looked pretty good, and then he hasn't gone on again. I mean, Tony played well when he came on last night, but yeah, it's kind of weird that Ollie did come on and look dangerous, and then never came on again. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I hope that. So who they got next? Is it confirmed?
Switzerland.
Is it confirmed? Yeah.
I hope the Swiss knock him out. Hey, that Ruben Vargas a gun for Switzerland.
Yeah, they've got some good players, and they've got a very good coach, and they've got a sort of experienced system. I think Konsa was going to probably start that game because Gahey got a yellow card, which means he's suspended.
It wasn't so with Trippier. Trippier actually was the guy that fouled him or something.
Yes.
So.
Trippier played a shocking pass, and Gahey had to make a tackle, which was a little bit late, but it was. The ref was a bit card happy, but it looks like Konsa will come in for that match. He came off the bench last night, played quite well in the last sort of extra time period.
See the Milan stat, Scott?
That
all-star team, the Maldini mob. Wow.
They won a few Champions Leagues, and
Yep.
Carlo Ancelotti was in that team, and
wow.
look, yeah. And unfortunately, they never got to play the great Liverpool team of that era because that team was banned from Europe after the Heysel disaster for 5 years.
Yeah.
All English teams were banned from Europe.
Heysel. What was the Heysel?
85 European Cup final, Liverpool Juventus, and the Liverpool fans rushed the Juventus fans, and I think like 30 or maybe 60 people died. It was
what? How have I never known about this?
Yeah, legit.
Check it out.
Legit.
Heysel disaster.
Heysel disaster.
Awful. And the worst thing is they still played the game.
While the fans were dying.
This was before kickoff. Yeah, it happened. It was
who won?
Jesus.
Juventus won that one.
Jesus.
Karma.
Yeah, I think.
Fuck, that's crazy. Well, I know what I'm YouTubing tonight.
Yeah, so that great Liverpool team never got to play that great Milan team. So
would have been a great. And Milan didn't make the final of the Champions League.
No, they did. They won it though in those late 80s years. Yeah.
Sorry. Liverpool. Yes. Okay. Right. Now I get you.
Yeah. Do you though?
Yeah. Not really. Gordon,
I've got a lot of sort of late 80s, early 90s.
We need this, Scott. Bring out the archives, mate.
I agree.
It's all up here. Useless facts that never really got me anywhere apart from maybe on a football podcast.
So, exactly. You're doing really well on
it. Scott, been waiting for this day.
Yeah, so Bonnie says, did we ever get a review of the preseason predictions?
No, I don't think we did. I have them written down.
Well,
I kind of stopped everything. It was so hard to do the score predictions because we had a few people coming in and out, but I'm pretty sure I put down somewhere.
I know that I predicted we'd finish 7th, and I got that wrong. I think Tommy was the closest. I think you said 5th.
Yes.
What I'll do is I'll go back through it and I'll figure it all out. And next podcast, Bonnie, we will do it. But sorry, I can go through the games I did have that people actually got correct scores, and I can go through some of those.
Yeah, let's do that. Come on.
So the games I've got, game 2 against Everton, we won 4-0.
Was that my outrageous prediction?
Scott and I said 2-1 Villa. Aman said 1-1. Tommy 4-0 Villa.
Where is Aman? Has anyone
heard
from Aman?
No.
We're gonna start calling him Casper now.
Yeah, I think he's getting married and stuff. It's.
I think he's got married. So congratulations.
We've lost him, boys. Aman, congrats.
We lost him.
It was nice knowing you.
So the next game that was the correct score was Burnley away. Scott 1-1, Aman 1-0, Tommy 3-0, Noah 3-1. Correct score.
Are you going to go through the whole season?
Why not?
No,
why not?
just the correct scores. Just the correct scores.
Okay.
So in the match week says the correct score.
Chelsea basically determine who runs away with it, Scotty.
Why don't we put it all into the computer and we'll do that next week. You know, because
there's not many. There's not many.
All right. Okay.
There's not many. I was say you got the Chelsea away 1-0.
Yes.
And then you and Aman got Wolves away 1-1. Tommy got a 1-0 City win when we beat City 1-0. I got the Arsenal result 1-0. And then there was not another correct score.
So I'd love to know who won it overall. I would have been close.
I'd have to go back through because I stopped.
Because the correct scores are what really help you break away.
Correct. So yeah, yeah.
All right.
Fun.
Well, guys, this has been fun as always. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all the socials. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. So check us out on all those platforms. Please leave a comment when the video goes up. And we are loving all the support, and we've got a big season coming up. So please tell your friends, and we've got some fun stuff happening. We're going to go through all our predictions, like Noah just said. We've got some drafts coming up and things like that, some quizzes. So there's plenty to talk about and to consume in the coming weeks. Tommy,
wait, we said drafts. What's the draft? Are we doing a fantasy prem? We're doing a fantasy prem.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Well,
we're doing
yes, the old school one up to 2,000. But also, I do suggest for next season, let's just do a 3-way one.
I reckon
Fantasy Premier League's name.
I said, no, while we've got people in here, should we do a Coop de Villa Fantasy Premier League as well? Do like Coop de Villa one.
We've got to cut it off at like 10, but max.
No, not a draft, but like a head-to-head league as well. We still a code and people can join it. And I'm sure that's
we can do we can definitely do that. I'm sure everyone plays, fantasy.
If you play FPL, we'll
the point system, right?
Yeah, we'll just join a league. Why not?
Yeah, we'll just create a private league. Sounds good.
And maybe we can get some merch, for the winners.
If we got merch coming, who knows?
Yeah,
sign Fedora.
That's it. It's we can get a signed fedora for the winner. That'd be sensational. But thanks you all for watching Up the Villa, and we will see you in a week or two with more transfer news and on off-season news. So yeah, follow us, and we'll see you then. Up the Villa.
Let's do it.